guys, hi, my name is Mo. I'm going to be showing you how to make a cuff from this X-base cuff. So if you don't know how to make this X-base cuff, you want to go to my first video that I created. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to show you how to add on to this. And there we're going to make X's all around the rest of the cuff first, and then we'll take it from there. So first I'm going to get my string. Now this is elastic string. So I'm going to do arm's length to arm's length. And then we'll get started. What you're going to do is you're going to use one of these connector beads. You can start off, I like to start off at the top when I'm doing these X's. So what you're going to do is put the string through one of these connector beads. You want to pull the string so that there's a little piece of string left over. And what I like to do is kind of get rid of that. You can tie it to something, you can pin it down on the table, but basically you don't want to use this piece of string. You want to leave this hanging, because at the end, when you're done going all the way around with whatever you're doing, you want to be able to use this string to tie the other piece of string with. So as you can see, I have like a short piece right here. Leave a small piece out. So for mine, I've tied mine to a little charm here, just because I know if I pull it, it's not going to go through, so it's essentially stuck. So now you can decide which color. This is where people change colors. Not everyone does the same colors for their cuff as they do for their X-base, but I'm just going to keep mine rainbow because it's simple. I'm going with yellow right here. So I'm going to put on 2 yellows, a connector bead, so my clear, and then another 2 yellows. Whatever color you're using for your connector bead, I highly suggest you just stay with that color, unless you feel like you're not going to get confused, but it's completely up to you. So this is what I have here. I have 2 colors, 1 connector bead, and the 2 colors again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, it's coming out of this connector bead right here. It's coming out of this one. I'm going to pull it into this one right here down at the bottom. So you're essentially going across with a slant. You're going down. So I'm going to pull it in here, and don't worry if the other piece of string slides away. As long as it's secure, it'll be fine. So as you can see, I just kind of slid it through. Got like this slant, this yellow slant across the yellow X-base behind it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going, and I'm just going to follow a diagonal pattern. So right now, I'm right here. Now I can go up to right here and go across with my orange, and then back down to the red, and then I can go up with the blue, and then down with the green, and you're just going to keep going like that. I'm going to put on 2 oranges, a connector bead, and another 2 oranges. Right here now, we're right here, because we just came from this yellow, we're going to pull it up to this one right here. Alright, so now we have 2, and you want to make sure that you kind of pull these tight. And if you have something secure like this charm that I have, you can go ahead and pull both sides, and that'll make sure it's really tight. As you go along, you can kind of do it each time that you do a color. Now I'm up here, and so now I'm going to go down here to my red. So I'm on the last one. I just want to kind of show you what it looks like so you can make sure that you're on the right track. This is what it looks like all around. It's just a bunch of slants. As you can see, I'm right next to my other piece of string. That's exactly where you should be. I'm coming out of this top one, and my other string is coming out of this top one right here. 2 greens, 1 connector bead. And the connector beads are really important because that's how you keep building on the cuff. Essentially, people just get larger and larger cuffs because they start from the X-base or however they start, and what they do is they just keep using their connector beads to build on layers and layers and layers of beads. So it's really endless. So I'm finished with my last one, was my green one right here that went across. So now my string is coming out of this top one. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to our yellow one, which is the one that I started with in the first place. And what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 of yellow ones on. For me, it's going to be yellow. I'm going to put 2 yellow ones on, and I'm going to slide the string through this connector bead right here. I'm actually going to kind of turn it my way so I can get the string in there, because right now it's kind of facing down, as you can see. And I'm going to slide that string through, And then I'm going to put 2 more yellow beads on there, and I'm going to connect it to this connector string, and that's what's going to give us our X on top. So I have my 2 yellows right here. Like I said, I'm going to put them through this connector bead. So this is my string, and you're just going to pull it just like this right here, and pull it through, and you pull it tight. So now it's pulled through this piece, this little clear bead, and you put on 2 more of whatever color you're doing, and you pull it through this connector bead down here at the bottom, and then you should see an X when you get to that piece. So now we've got 1 X done. You see this yellow one right here. Now we're going to do our orange. So my string is coming out of this bead right here down at the bottom, because this is where we ended our yellow X. So what we're going to do is we're going to put on 2 oranges, and we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm coming out of this one, I'm going to go through the middle, and I'm going to put 2 oranges right here, and then into this connector bead right here. So I'm just going to pull it through, and then I have my orange one. Pull it tight, because it can be pretty loose during this part. And so now you have a yellow one and an orange one. So I'm going to do this all the way around, and I'm going to come back. Okay, so I'm on my last X. I've got my green right here. I'm going to put it into this connector bead, and I took my charm off my other piece of string because we're actually going to tie it off, and that's just to make sure that this layer of the cuff is secure. So I am going to hold it tightly, hold my other piece of string tightly. Okay, so pull it tight from both sides now, so now that you have access to both strings. And as you can see, this piece of string is coming out of this connector bead this way, and this piece of string is coming out of this connector bead, the same connector bead, this connector bead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my longer piece of string, I'm going to essentially just kind of tuck it into this hole that you see right here. I'm going to tuck it in so it kind of wraps around, and it's not necessarily going to be coming from the same angle. So now I've got it up here, and I've got my other long piece of string coming out here, and now I'm just gonna tie it. I'm just gonna tie it, and it's not always gonna look pretty. I more so focus on the fact that my cuff is secure versus it looking the best all the time. And I'm gonna go over this cuff with another layer so this piece of string won't be as visible. So I've tied it here, and as you can see, what I mean by it not looking pretty is the string is sitting on top of the clear bead, but it's fine because my cuff is good. The next video is I'm going to put beads through these connector beads right here and go all the way around, and that will create another layer. And then what you can do after that is you can create another X if you like. You can do lots of different things. So right now you should have something that looks like this, and you've got all different X's, whatever color you're using, you should have all X's. There should be a connector bead coming out of each one out of the middle, and you can cut off this extra string and use it for something else. Thanks for watching. If you want to see, I'll probably just do like a time-lapse video of me building on the rest of this cuff.